Hi, my name is Lisa, and I've been serving at Lake Norman campus for the past 10 years. I've had the privilege of being asked to be part of the core team to launch Lake Norman campus. We knew that Lake Norman had a hunger for Elevation Church to be there. So we prayed about it and we committed to the obedience of being a part of that move. And so our home became the hub pre-launch for the campus pastors and the staff. So our home was filled with anticipation and expectation of a great move of God. We were asking God to do exceedingly abundantly more than what we could ask for. And that's exactly what he did when we opened on January 11th of 2014. Being a part of the welcome team to me is such a privilege and honor. One of the few teams that you actually get to engage and have a conversation with those that are coming. It's seeing the potential in someone because God sees the potential in me. And so for me to see someone else and say, oh, God has some great things in store for you, but you got to step out in faith. I get to be a part of someone's story and God's story for that person to change their history forever.
Hi, I'm Radha. I first visited Lake Norman in 2021. Before, I was always connected to God, but I didn't have the community. So after coming to Lake Norman, I got registered to one of the Egroups and I started going to the Egroup. I have friends now whom I can ask them to pray for me. It's always good to find fellow Christians who uplift you, encourage each other. So I found that only through this church. When my mom came to US in July, then she started coming to Elevation with me. So then one day, before the block party, she heard pastor speaking about baptism. She just got that one word. Then she asked me, what is pastor saying about baptism? Then I said, we have baptism next week. So you pray about it. If you want to, you can get baptized. When my mom got baptized, I was very excited because all these 10 years, I was not constantly praying about it, but it has been always in my mind. I didn't expect her to get baptized here in Elevation in US, out of nowhere. And it all just happened. This community has impacted me and my family in such a great way.
Hi, my name is Rob. I first visited Elevation Church in 2021. Because of things that were going on in my life at the moment, I told my wife I needed to go to church. And when she saw that Elevation was close to where we lived at the moment, she got really excited. She goes, I got to take you there. Walking into Elevation Lake Norman, I felt an instant sense of peace and happiness. I felt joy from seeing the people there. And we got there early, so we were brought down and we were sitting in the second row right behind Pastor Jeff and his family. When they were first performing Same God, before it was even released, I felt this sense of peace come over me. The words of Same God were telling me that God's been there all along. He was there before. He's with me now. He's going to help me with what I'm going through so long as I follow him. Being in that moment, immediately when I felt that I needed to start that relationship with God, I felt that he was calling me to do something. I had to start by serving. So I didn't know what I wanted to do. So the first thing that I signed up for, the first thing that came to mind was to become an usher. Being an usher has given me back more than I ever imagined. It's those relationships with those people as they come in. And when people walk into the Lake Norman campus, I hope that they feel the peace and the joy of entering a place where they are welcome, no matter where they come from or how they come from. I love that God is working through me to help others in this community.
So that people far from God will be raised to life in Christ again. So that people far from God will be raised to life in people in a storm, people in bankruptcy, people just coming out of rehab, people who have everything the world has to offer, but they're empty inside.
Listen to this message from Pastor Stephen 10 years ago in Lake Norman.
Yeah, I remember.
How do these words resonate with you?
We're just beginning. It's 10 years, but we're just beginning. There's so much more to this story. There's so much more to do at Lake Norman, but you got to step into it. Take a step of faith and then see what God can do through you.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching Elevation Plus. We consider you part of our EFAM, which is our online family.
That's right. So make sure you are liking, subscribing, sharing Elevation Plus, and come back here so you can find out more about great stories, great creative elements, and also join us every week for Coffee Fam.
That's right.